Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Make Our UK Hardcore Track Part 1. So as you can see on the screen, what I've done is I've laid out the basics because I needed to, because hardcore is a genre that I did kind of grow up with as a kid, but modern day hardcore is a little bit different than what it used to be back in the day. But I have been listening to a lot of modern day hardcore recently, UK hardcore. So yeah, I just basically was playing around with a lot of stuff and just trying to get the basics out really. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll show you what I've done. So up to now I have a kick. I'll probably EQ this a little bit. Nothing's been EQ'd really yet, apart from one sound I think. Then you got the loop. I've put one clap in, laid another clap in, then an open hi-hat, and then this bass here. This is actually a hard style kick. So what I did is I opened it up in a sampler, took the actual kick off, and took this part here, the high end out, and pretty much went nearly enough for the middle part of the kick. So what it kind of gives you is a bass sound. So yep. And then I did EQ this, so I took off the low end. Otherwise it'd be a little bit too much bass in there. And then I did EQ it a little bit here as well, just raised it in the high end just to hear it properly basically. And then I give it I put in a low bass. That works with this. And for me that's good enough for a hardcore UK hardcore bass. So yeah, next I added this sound. It's kind of like a verse, but we'll probably, again, this is just basic ideas at the minute, so this will possibly be a verse. Probably going to be a lot of playing around with this track. A lot of things will be changed. And yeah, this is the chorus part. I have put a lead in here. Well, first we'll just check out the stabs. So this is stab 1. I'm playing exactly the same as stab 2. I have kind of done this lead here, but I'm probably going to change it. Definitely at least the sound a little bit, but yeah, with everything playing all together, it's just and then you'll have this piano part here. I'm going to play it at some point in the track because it's just very hardcore, UK hardcore, that classic 90s piano playing really fast. So it's and basically this is just the chords of that, because I'm probably going to end up playing around with it a lot. And this is just the what's this now? No, that's the chords for this. So that's everything almost. But last but not least, the vocals. So I wanted to put some vocals in here, and due to copyright reasons, excuse me, I wanted to use a vocal that I've used previously on other track. I think it's called "Read My Mind." And Emma, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, but I did pitch your vocal up, so you do sound like a little bit of a chipmunk. I do apologise. But yeah, I just wanted to put a vocal in here just to open it up a bit. So if we play the vocal with, I'll take the lead off. So this will give you an idea. Again, this vocal's so dry. There's no EQing, no delay, no reverb or anything. So just put with it, but it'll give you a general idea what kind of sound we're going for. Again, I'm not too sure about this intro part here. I might possibly end up cutting this out, and we'll just have a listen. Yeah, I'm not too sure about this. In the original track that I did, it sounded alright, but for this it might not. I think I'm looking more at this being the first verse, I think. We've been at this for some time, waiting for the stars to shine. It took a while to make you mine. Yeah, I'm feeling that a lot more. And then again, it'll probably... These pads kind of represent the first breakdown with the chorus, I think so. Read my mind. So yeah, that's what we've done so far. I've not even sidechained anything yet or EQ'd anything. So finally, let's get on with it. So what I'll do first, I think, is I want to render these two claps into one track. So I'll do that first. By the way, the BPM's 170. That's, I think, roughly what UK hardcore speed is, so it's quite fast. Of course, I've deleted everything I didn't want to. Okay, so you will be clapping. Try that again. Yeah, so I've rendered them claps down just to have one single clap, just to make it less confusing, basically. You might want to just EQ this clap again, actually. Just have a look at that. bit of compression EQ on that clap. Yeah, the EQs are just. I mean the I like to take some more low end with the EQ, and the compressors are just to gel the both claps together basically. Cool. So next is what I've just started here. This will be the sidechain. I do it the old-fashioned way. I know you can buy VSTs with sidechaining on, but I've just got so used to doing it the old way with a compressor. So that's what I do. So yeah, just took the kick that I've got here, cut this part down. So you just got a little dip, which you can't hear because it's not. It's got no bus, so it's not going through any channels, but it can activate anything that does go through it. So yeah. What do I need to sidechain first? Let me have a look. Okay, what I'll do is I'm going to make a bass bus. I'm going to put my two basses in this. That's 7 and 6. And again, this takes a little bit longer compared to if you are just using a VST for sidechaining, but I'm just so used to it. I like doing it this way. I've done that wrong. Cool. What I want to do now is I'm just going to listen to the kick and the basses together as I put the sidechain on. So I've got the basis side chain there. I know it's an off beat kind of bass, and you won't have to sidechain usually, but I always do, just in case the frequencies collide with each other a little bit, because especially with this low bass here, I've got to be so careful. Yeah, and I just EQ'd slightly. Took the frequencies that might have been colliding with the kick out. Same with the kick. Just turn that down a little bit. What did I say? Turn this down a little bit. These frequencies, so they just don't collide with each other. So I'm trying to get the kick and the bass to agree with each other on frequencies. So basically, just trying not to get it too muddy. And what you see me do before with the EQ was just to like lower all the high frequencies and just hear the lows. So if I can hear the kick and the bass with all the high EQs cut off, then that's fine. It sounds fine to me. So yeah. Next, I think just look at this actually. Yeah, now this is a little reference. I did this yesterday. I spent about 2 hours making this up while getting the basics down, and this usually happens when I come back. When I first start a project, I'll come back and I won't like what I'm hearing. See, what I'm thinking is I like this and this in the chorus playing together. So what I'm thinking is maybe, okay. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna get rid of that. I don't like it. And this is where I'm gonna use the pad sounds. Not pad sounds. I'm gonna use this pattern here, which is playing the pad. I'm gonna make a new sound. Oh. Do I want to use Nexus? Yeah, let's try Nexus first. Just gonna try and find a certain sound I got in my head at the minute and see if I can find it. Yeah, something like this, I think. So what I'm going to do So I'm thinking a million things. So I think this part here, I'm looking at the vocals as well. Let's just...
Like apologies, it's only me. Not everything is meant to be. You're supposed to be. I've been so afraid to fall, but through it, so in my mind.
Yeah, I'm just cutting out that part I don't want in. And now I'm going to focus on this part of the vocals first. So what I want to do is kind of get some chords and stuff like that going for this part. I think the verses might be, I don't know if it'll end up being like that in the end, but I want the verses to like be the nice breakdown part. Yeah, so let's just start doing some stuff, man. Okay. And because I've changed this, I'm gonna just color code it purple. So I color code things like all the kicks are red, all the bass is usually oranges, main leads are purple, stuff like that, you know. Vocals were yellow. I don't always go by this color code, but I just go with whatever's in the same part of the song is the same color, basically. So I will class this, because it's going to be a part of the breakdown, I will give this the same color as the pants. Okay, let's start. Oh, and as I'm adding sounds in, I'll start side chaining them. And then once I've got like a couple of sounds together with the vocal, I'll slowly start to mix the vocal in them, and then bring in the drums and everything all together, and just slowly kind of layer mix as we go along. You'll see what I'm doing anyway. So you will be a look, I think. Okay, start with this. Yep, straight away it's too high, so I'll just knock it down and then we'll start doing something with it.
been at this far.
Okay, so something like that, but it's kind of not the right sound I'm looking for. So I'm going to get Spire up. Good old Spire. I'm just gonna go through some sounds quickly and see if we can get this sound done for this session. Okay.
Sometime, waiting for the stars to shine. It took a while to make you mine. We've been at this for some time, waiting for the stars to shine. It took a while to make you mine. We've been at this for some time, waiting for the stars to shine. It took a while to make you mine. We've been at this for some time, waiting for the stars to shine. It took a while to make you mine. We've been at this for some time, waiting for the stars to shine. It took a while to make you mine. We've been at this for some time, waiting for the stars to shine. It took a while to make you mine.